Welcome back to Dr. Stone Review, Anime Review, episode number 40. We're here reviewing the 59th episode of the series, Scientific Journey, which covers, from the manga, I think it was like the rest of chapter 145, most of chapter 146, I think the opening page was at the last episode, and the entirety of chapter 147. So, the opening bit here is basically like, it was shown last episode, oh, they have beer. Basically, the opening bit of this episode is how they make beer. They explain this in the process to make beer. There's a poison involved, but that's probably going to be the alcohol portion of the beer they make. And they make basically a child-friendly, non-alcoholic version for Siku. Sikua. Because, of course, she's a child and, like, can't drink, of course. And, of course, there's also spicy cola. Yes, seriously. They explain all the process of making all this stuff here. And we also see that the sword instructor they met from Treasure Island, the swordsman, where it kind of reveals what happened to his master. Apparently he died. Excuse me. As for how Justin Bieber's character of how the heck he looks like him is never explained. Ginro. Yeah, as for how he looks like him, I don't know. It's weird. It's just by sheer coincidence. We show the fact he was trying to fight the white man, and he died. We see him dying in his arm. It's a very tragic moment. And of course, he also raised like a mark on his arm, and then basically he becomes what he is. So they need to have him practice sword instruction. Tezuka, like, basically can't exactly do it because his specialty is hand-to-hand combat, not weapons, which makes sense. Yeah, so first he revives Hyoga. He's like, okay, I'll train him. In exchange, I want to revive two people. Maz and Himura. The people who they brought from Treasure Island. Well, Himura technically wasn't. She was part of the Empire. I was kind of surprised they revived her, but Maz, that was interesting because he actually is from the island. So, yeah, all about training him, and then we have, like, various stuff happen. Well, of course, we also have stuff with something called Sunstone, which turns out to be this see-through thing, which apparently they actually use to, when the clouds go away, because they look at the sun. Their sonar basically tell by basically, like, some device in Japan. Tell what time it is. They once every hour see what time it is. And Siku basically is the one telling time. So they explain the whole thing with Vikings in this episode of how they cross the ocean. So they make a device. Well, actually, it's Crow who makes it. And, well, Siku knows exactly what he built. And it helps them. And then, of course, then they kind of ride past. And then they see some astonishing sights. First, they see a freaking iceberg. And then humpback whales. And then the episode ends with more pointing out that they finally arrived in America. Pretty much basically on the California coast. That's kind of where they were heading. And that's pretty much kind of the episode in a nutshell. It's an absolutely fantastic episode. Yes, there's a bit of science stuff here. We don't have Robo Senku basically explaining all this, but I do appreciate Senku basically explaining this, and the fact this is all one in the manga. And I think the anime presented a lot better than the manga did. It's been like out of order, The anime presented much more chronological order with this one. I appreciate what I could do that. Yep. So yeah, that's basically it. Particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do this like button. Next up, that two-parter from King Orange I really want to get to. So that's next. Okay, thanks, you. Bye.